A very good morning to you. I was just having a little tidy up and I just heard my phone buzz. I was like, oh, who is that messaging me? Oh, only Josh. So you're live, Natasha, you're live. Get on with it. Hang on, a bit of paperwork over there. Nice. How are you all? Are you all well? We are here. Yes, we are. Having a lovely day so far. And yeah, just caught me having, like I say, having a quick tidy. Because, you know, let's face it, I'm a bit of a mucky pup, but there we go. Yes, so today, on today's show, we have got those beautiful lace zips. And we have, in the past, done such things as pyramid pouch. Yes, we have. We have also done, and I'll show you this on the close-up, because I can't find it. I've run out of time to find it. We've done those little pouches as well, which are super cute. And then today, we're going to make like a little makeup pouch. How cute is that? Bit of liberty. Doesn't have to be for makeup, does it? Hey, how nice do these tags look? I've got to stitch it on. I've just tacked it on, but it's got to be stitched on properly. But doesn't that just make it look super smart? Super duper smart. And then what we're going to do after that is then make this, because as you have so very rightly pointed out, now that we're out, we're going to need those little coin purses, aren't we? So this is a Lisa Chandler design. It's rather cute, and they use the 9.5 centimetre. So let me just get the right ones here. That's not the right one. The 9.5 centimetre kiss clasp frames. I can't say that fast. If you tried saying it fast, it didn't work. Kiss clasp frames. And we've got those in all sorts of different colours. Do you know what? I'm so thrilled. I've just found a whole load of quilting clips in there. I'm like, oh, that's fabulous. I knew I'd put them somewhere. I obviously took it for another show over at Hotch. And yeah, so that's happy days. So if you want one of Lisa's coin purse instrucciones, there they are. You see, she's put 3 little flowers. I've just put 1, but that's only because I'm going to show you how to do the other ones. And you might get one that looks like that, you might get one that looks like that. It's only because when Lisa first did these, she did them in kits, so it would have been kitted with that fabric. But it's exactly the same instructions, makes no odds. The clasps that you can get are there, that is your gunmetal. That is your antique brass. Nickel. And that, or is that gunmetal? No, that's gunmetal as well. We do have a silver somewhere. And then this one here is, this is light gold. It looks a bit rose goldy to me, but that is classed as, that even says there, curved frame, light gold. There we are. And we get those specially for Lisa's stuff. So that's where those are. It's a bit of rubbish. Another bit of rubbish. I need that. That's the wrong one. Oh, I'm doing so well today, aren't I? Doing so well. So in order to make such beautiful things, beautiful things, we're going to need some fabric, right? So we thought that we would do a cheeky little midweek half me to heaven. I know it's not midweek, it's Tuesday, but it might be midweek. You know, yeah. Oh, what was the other thing that I had to tell you? Oh yeah, so if you wanted the glasses case, then it's the other frames. It's the 8.5, not the 9.5. If you want the coin purse, the glasses frames. There we go. I hope that is clear as mud for everybody there. I'm going to pop those on there. And let's have a look at these. But first of all, it's been very rude of me not to say good morning to everybody. Let's see who we have today. Oh, turn my volume down. Hey, do you like my elephants? Aren't they cute? I've decided to go for some little quirky. Gosh, I've been trying to drill stuff into the wall. Some little quirky set dressings. That's the word I want. And so the little elephants were one that I was like, oh, they're rather lovely. We'll have a bit of that. Where are we? Where are we? Here we go. There we are. Who have we got? Oh, lots of you. Look, I even remember my glasses today. Get me. Still haven't actually managed to go and get my proper prescription ones. It's on the list. On the list. Yeah, it is. On the list. Let's have a look, shall we? Right. We have got Fiona and Severine and Steph. Good morning. Good morning, Audrey. And we have got Becky. Love the Tim Holtz yesterday and more goodies today. Fabulous. Thank you. Well, I mean, that is my absolute pleasure. Hey, do you want the other exciting news? I went to look at the warehouse yesterday. It's absolutely perfect. Ticks absolutely every single box, including having a dog park. Perfect. So yeah, we will be moving there very soon. So the point is, keep an eye on our deals page. We're going to be going through the warehouse. We're going to be loading up little deals here and there as and when we find stuff that needs clearing. It's for you to grab a few bargains. Will you be doing the advent boxes again this year? Yours was by far the best I've ever bought. Oh, Naomi, thank you. Absolutely. We've got ideas for these. Very much got ideas for these. So yes. Morning, Rona. Morning, Yvonne. Morning, Myra. Do you want to wait until Christmas for them? Or do you want them a bit earlier? It's up to you. I don't mind. I don't mean like to have them earlier. And do you just want the advent boxes? Do you want an advent quilt where you get a different block each day to then create a lovely block by the end? Because that was the other thing I was going to suggest. What else was I going to suggest? And then the 12 days of Christmas. Did you want little projects again for the days after Christmas? We can do it all. We can do it all, and we'll have a warehouse to keep it all in, like a big one where we're all together. It's going to be so exciting. I'm going to take that as a yes, given all the love. Morning from Bracknell. Good morning, Jenny. Juanita, good morning. Good morning, Mavis. Good morning, Jackie. And also to everyone on YouTube as well. Good morning to you as well. Morning, Sasha. Love, good to have you with us this morning. Good morning, Laurie. Morning, Rebecca. Is your back any better, Rebecca? How are you doing? Morning, Jane. From sunny North Devon. Nice. Myra says, great news, Natasha. You deserve to expand. And not just in my waistline. You know. Yeah, thank you. And it's got space for workshops. Just saying. So, you love the Christmas projects, Leanne. That's good. Keep you busy over Christmas. Out of trouble. That's what we like. Can we have an option without the box so that we can refill the box from last year? Jenny, that's a great idea. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Morning, Anne. And good morning. Oh, bit late. Was bricklaying in the garden. Of course you were, Susan. Of course you were. I was drilling things into the wall and then swearing because... basically just crumbles. So then I had to try and find some polyfiller that had not dried out. Not easy in this house. And then Susan's loving the elephants. And then I realised that I need one of those, like the squeezy gun things for the other polyfiller that I got. So I've had a bit, not an entire polyfiller fail. It's not my best polyfilling. I'm going to be honest. Yep. You've got to be practical with these things. You just got to. Where's my here we go. Emily's had it. I treated my. Do you know what? Only people that love stationery will get this, but I have ticked off a stationery-based dream, which is, wait for it, to have my own electric pencil sharpener. I mean, living the dream. I am living the dream here at Natasha Makes, just because, it was, I think, I'm not sure whether or not it would do my eyeliner or not, but yeah, Emily finds it fascinating. fascinating. Put that in my little holder over there. Pop that back there and then we're good to go. Okay, you'd like to see these half meter heavens that have come early. Whew. Heavenly, heavenly, heavenly. Right. Let me move all my knick-knackery out the way. Oh, scraps. I am getting there. I am obviously on it this morning. The kids have gone out with their new babysitter today. Don't know if she'd like to be called Nanny. I don't know. But it was one of those things that, you know, on the first day of anything, it just takes so much longer. So I'm running a little bit behind. Okay. Love the pencil sharpener from a fellow stationery addict. You see, Rebecca, I am living the stationery dream. I did look at it and go, how much? How much for pencil sharpener? And I went, but you work hard and you've always wanted one. So yeah, I treated I've not looked back. I have to keep it under wraps because otherwise Gemma will want one as well. I was the pencil monitor at junior school. Yes, Elizabeth, you see, by request of a good pencil sharpener. I had the most beautiful box set of Derwent pencils. And oh my goodness, I would spend hours, but I'd do it with a penknife. Properly, you know, sharpening them with a penknife. Used to give my mother conniptions. What a great word. Why don't we say it more? Good morning, Donna. Somerset is a bit grey today, says Susan. Natasha makes brightens my day. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Put your eyeliner in the fridge first. You guys are a wealth of knowledge. This is brilliant. Gemma, did you know that tip? Put your eyeliner in the fridge first, then give a go with your new pencil sharpener. Perfect. Do you know what? I think I was pencil sharpening monitor as well. Yeah. And I think that's why I get obsessed with... Look at all the... Yeah. Got a few of, you know... And part way through this make, I'd go, and you can leave it flat if you want it, just as a pencil case. Yep. A gazillion pencils. And my daughter is very much taking after me in the old pencil... workshops. What did I miss? Went to make hubby a cuppa. You see, Pam, don't make your husband a cuppa. So what you've missed... Yeah, PT, that's an awesome tip. I know. When you go to my fridge and there's no milk or anything, it's just full of eyeliner pencils. Firstly, you'll realise that I generally tend to buy a new one because I can't sharpen it. I had a Body Shop one from when I was about 16 and it's gone a bit rusty and I've not updated. You see, my pencil sharpener was long overdue because the rest were all, you know, it was a proper makeup one, you see. Proper makeup one. Oh, Claire, you've made it back from the school. Yeah. Forgotten lunchboxes delivered. Do you know what? It happens and it's always on the day. Like if Stephen's doing the school run and he's a bit stressed because, you know, Freddie's 7 and I'm not going to lie. Like you'll ask him to go and get dressed and 15 minutes later you'll wonder where he is. And he's doing like a naked willy dance around his bedroom or something. Just like, oh, Freddie, what are you doing? And he's just having a lovely time being 7 and just, you know, running around doing whatever the hell he wants, or, you know, he's sitting there without any clothes on, you know, making some Lego or something. Just like. So, yeah, I can't remember why I'm telling you about my son being naked everywhere. Yeah, school lunches. And that's always the day that Stephen will forget the school lunches where there's no time to come back and get them. Yeah, not stressful at all, let me tell you. At all. No stress. Right, let's look at these because this is far more exciting than my son's shenanigans, that's for sure. Righty-ho, so I went through our fabrics and I was like, which ones are gonna look really, really beautiful in like a makeup bag or things like that. There is no CAFE, obviously all CAFE would look fabulous, but on Monday is our CAFE interview day. So on Monday we have got so many deals on CAFE and we also launch for pre-order, and it'll only be a few days because the books will be out then. We will be launching his brand new book. So Monday's show is not live, it is a pre-recorded interview with CAFE, with the odd appearance from Brandon and just sometimes his voice. Kits because he was doing the camera work. They're so lovely. And so they'll be talking us through their brand new book, which is Quilts in an English Country Village, which is very, very lovely. And did I lend my copy to? I lent my copy to someone because I wanted to see something in it. Anyway, because I wanted to plan something for here, and I was like, borrow mine, it must come back. Can't remember. This is why I don't lend out books. So yeah, we'll have that, and we've put together a few quilt kits and then some of our takes on the quilt kits. We will have half meter heavens galore for Kay for Monday, and also on Monday I'm going to do, because what I've been collecting are, you know, when we get like the Japanese chrysanthemum and things like that, I've got them now in different colourways, so I can offer you some of the big impactful florals from Philip Jacobs out of the K Facet Collective in like fat quarter bundles, if that would be of interest, if that is how you would like them, or we can just pop them all up cut to order and you choose. But I thought it might be nice to offer as a bundle options of the different colourways. So just if that's something that you like the sound of, again, hit that little love button so that I know, or, you know, tell me. Oh yeah, did I actually get around to replying to Pam in any way, shape or form? We're getting a warehouse. It's just 5 minutes from here. It's just perfect. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. And we're going to do workshops from there as well. Okay, so a bit of a delay. There's some love coming there for I'm assuming for the cave bundles. So that is next week. So that's why there aren't any cave bundles in this lot. I've gone through, I've found some really pretty Liberty and Tilda and half meter heaven days, which we've not done with these before. Okay, I always stop and giggle whenever I see your name, not because it's a funny name, it's a very, very, very pretty name. But we had a situation with Kay's orders that every time she ordered, her surname is May, and for some reason our system would change it to the next month. So her first order was K May, then she was June, then she was K June, K July, and she thought that we were just having a laugh with her, and we thought that she was doing it, and we're like, what is her actual name? So we both thought that the other person was doing it, and it wasn't. It was our system that for some reason just thought it would randomly change her name and progressively take her through the months. Anyway, right, we digress. Let's have a look at these. But anyway, good morning, Kay. We have got, look, you see, this is your garden life, right? And it's really, really beautiful, but on a screen, you would struggle to find the perfect purple. Well, we have, and it's lavender, and here it is. And it just picks up this in there. And it is incredibly beautiful. There are, in fact, the brand new, I was just saying this morning with lovely Susie, who's in with us today, and we were just saying this morning that the new planes that Rose and Hubble have come out with actually complement Tilda really beautifully. Well, this particular Tilda collection. So can you see how we've picked out that purple? It really is rather exquisite. So I'm very happy about that. And that'll be beautiful because with your pouches and things, you'll be able to fussy cut. Oh, do you know what else I should do? And you see, look, so this is salmon, which sounds horrible, but when you put it, I might have got a bit of this in my stash as well, but when you pop it there, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that beautiful? So I might pop that to one side and demo with that today. Duck egg. This piece of duck egg is marked, so I've cut another. Oh, excellent, good. Always good to know. There we go. These are lovely. They look like they've got ruffs on, don't they? They look sort of Jacobean. That's where I go in my head with this. So that's with the new duck egg. And then these peonies. So these are the, bold peony blue. And I've put that with slate because I think that Looks really rather fabulous. Yeah. And then. We've got, so this is all the tilde. So this is, again, this is with the duck egg. Beautiful. You can see exactly why we did that. And then with this one, with the coral, we picked out the pink. I'm going to call it the ruff. The ruff of the peony. You know what I mean. This is, and again, you know, if you are buying a selection, you've got a quilt there. Look at that. Isn't that pretty in the purple? And I've done that with ice green. That is Garden Life Plum, and we've put it with ice green because it just dink, 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 dink. And then if you want Garden Life Green, we've put it with pomegranate. Hurrah! But again, as ever, what I've tried to do is put colours that means that you can mix and match through should you wish. So that is my tilde offering for today, just because thought they'd look super gorgeous. Super gorgeous. And then, should we take a look at the Liberty department? Because again, you know, you can have, okay, and a this is with Aqua. This is Alison Glass, only because I thought that the lace zips would look amazing with the crochet. So this is Alison Glass. I should get some of the lace zips that we're going to be working with, shouldn't I? Here they are, fresh out the warehouse, everyone. But I was just thinking, so basically we've got white and off-white in abundance because everybody goes for those. And they're really useful, super useful. With the Liberties, I would say go with the white. With the Tilda, I'd say go with off-white. But, oh, and look, do you know what else I found? I found 2 of the zippity-doo-duns. That's all we've got left. This is our zip box. Got all sorts here. See, look, black metal zips. All that sort of thing in there. And then, I've got Emma. Yeah, I should keep some of these out, actually. And have a little lookity through. See what we can find. But, oh, I didn't know if the turquoise. Don't forget, we have also got on the website, we've got kits of fat quarters and lace zips on the website. We've only got a few left. We've got a lot of CAFE in those. So, you know, just have a little think. If in doubt, these lace zips, they're quite difficult to get hold of, you know. But I just thought, look, isn't that going to be pretty with that? You can just see it, can't you? Just gorgeous. Or with that. White is always, or off-white is always going to be your safe option. Always. So we've got those. And then this is your Coronation Carnival with Buttercup. Whee! Yeah. So you might want to go with a bright pink zip. You might want to go with just a pink one. But again, bearing in mind that the white looks fab on all of these, or the off-white, whichever one you want to go with. Oh, that's a bit beautiful, isn't it? As well. We do have, now this is gold and yellow. Nah, wouldn't necessarily choose that one with it. Got some more of those. Just having a good old rummage through. Ooh. I mean, look, you've got your white, and obviously that's going to look really beautiful, but there's nothing to stop you picking out some of these greens, or even going in with a hit of orange and picking up that. Or actually, we've got 2 different greens. They look quite similar. That's the lime. There might look quite lovely, and then the apple is just a tone out. Just a tone difference. But You see, look, in this situation over here, they all look rather fabulous, don't they? Oh yes, oh yes. Let's put that in there. Put that in there. Yeah, so that's that one. Then we've got Spearmint and the Carnation Carnival. Oh, look, this one. Now, this one, you might want to pull out the turquoise for that one. Would look rather nice. Or the red. Look at the red. The pink's going. I like to give you options. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We do carry quite a large colour stock of all of these. There we go. There is that. And then Portobello Paisley. I love the Paisley. Now, when I did mine, I made mine out of this one because I love Paisleys, and I just went with white. Just absolutely went with white. So we've got the Portobello Paisley, and I've put that with, I think that's Hawaiian. Hawaiian, it's our new one. Then we've got navy, in the navy, with this one. And again, you know, you might want to pull out that red. We do have a navy zip. Somewhere. No, don't know. Oh, hang on a minute, look. Ooh. It's not, I don't know why they've called this one turquoise, because it doesn't look terribly turquoise, but, you know. But also, again, the white is going to look phenomenal. Now, this is your Hawaiian with the Portobello Paisley in a slightly lighter blue. Oh, now you see this, I would go with that. Or I'd go with the red. The red would look rather fabulous, wouldn't it? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. But again, always coming back to the fact that your white is standout. Pretty fabrics. And then this is your Paisley in bright pink. Well, with the bright pink. This is so delicate. So if you've gone for this one, don't put it with the white. Put it with the off-white. Can you just see the difference there? That is much softer. And this is what I would put with the Tilda as well. I'd go off-white. So this is the only one out of the Liberties that I'd go with an off-white zip if you're going for the off-white. But also, it would look lovely with the pinks. We've got purples in there as well. We've got all sorts. Oh yeah, the light blue would look nice as well. Because it does have that kind of vibe in there. And now you see, I'm thinking maybe I should have just put packs together, but I know that we do have some packs. This one is going to look fab with your reds. Oh yeah, this again, go with off-white, not white. Your turquoise is also going to look rather fabulous there. Actually, as would your blue, your light blue. Again, this is going to come down to personal preference. They are all there. We've got greys, we've got all sorts. The greys actually would look really pretty with some of these as well. I am going to take with me, I'm going to take an off-white. I'm going to throw all of those in there and give Inga an absolute headache and a nightmare. And ask Gemma to take an off-white off stock, please. Ha ha! Now. So they are our half-metre heavens for you for today, because sometimes it's just nice to do it, you know. We don't always have to wait, do we? So oh yeah, and don't forget your zippity doo-duns. I was going to demo in that one, but actually I think I'm going to demo in that. And what I will do, it's all right, Gemma, I'll use my own stash. My own personal stash, so that we can fussy cut. What would you like to make first? Shall we do the lace zip? Let's do the lace zip pouch. So let's pop the iron on. Now, all of the, yeah, I might have said this morning, I'm going to need some for my own personal collection. It's where people start to see, isn't it? How much I've clearly decided I require in my own personal department. Whoops. La 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 la. I am going to fussy cut that little bit. Oh yeah. You will make so many out of a 1/2 metre. So this uses, the first one that we're going to do this morning uses, well actually out of a width of fabric, 6.5 inch strip. I got both of those projects with stuff to spare. Yeah, so you'll be able to make loads. You know, just a sneaky little stash buster. Right. Let's get this done. So neither of these are complicated makes at all. You know, I like to try and mix it up with stuff that's easy, stuff that's a little bit more challenging, and see really where we get to. And see what you guys like. Let me give that a little press for sure. Now, if you want to, with both of these projects, if you want to, you can interface the fabric. It's entirely up to you. I interfaced one but not the other. I interfaced the makeup pouch, but I did not. This is on, isn't it? Yeah, it is on. Start to get warm. But I didn't interface this. Now, if you want to interface your coin purse, I would say either use a medium weight interfacing or go with an H630, not the 40. You might not want it as thick as the 40. The H630 is perfect. It's just a little bit thinner. So for a smaller project like that, really, really nice. If you don't have any H630 in your stash, it's a good one to just pop in. Pop it in. Here we are. Oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes. All right. Let's do some now you see a bit of fussy cutting needs to occur here. These are 11, I want to say they're 11 inches. Yeah. So I've said go the length of your jobby thingy. Jobby thingy, does that make any sense? Does that make any sense to anyone? It's your jobby thingy. Of course it does. Of course it does. Makes perfect sense to everyone. Right. This is where everyone says, why didn't you prep this earlier? And I wonder that too. But I'm going to be honest, Captain Small was up and about from early. So we've watched a bit of Chicken Run together. And, you know, done bits and bobs. But I never quite get as much done as I hope I'm going to when she's up and at 'em. Okay, let's take a look. So I need to cut that into smaller bits, don't I? Yes, I do. Oh, you know what I haven't shown you? Jem? The new cutty things, are they loaded? The cutty things?
I am loading.
Oh, you were loading them. I've got a few. So, they're on their website. Ramage. Have a good old ramage. Yeah. So, yesterday's quilt, you know, the massive one that was just made out of 10-inch squares. Half square triangles. I meant to tell you what I'd used for it, because we've got something a bit cool, but I will share that with you in a bit. Okay, so you want to interface your outer fabrics first off before we do anything else. Get those interfaced. Oh, good. Yeah. Thank you. So Jane introduced us to this when she was cutting up the Quilt Kits. Again, being really careful how I say that. I was like, oh, Jane, we can't kit it. It'll take forever. Cutting accurately, 10-inch, blah, 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 blah. And then she went, oh, no. Oh, no. I've got a thing. Now, when Jane tells you that she's got a thing, you sit up and you pay attention to Jane's thing. Yeah, you do. Fact. And so I will show you Jane's thing. Sorry, Jane. That sounds awful. But, you know. Right. I've got all of that done. Let me very quickly show you Jane's thing. So Jane's thing is this. It's the Shape Cut Pro. And it's from June Taylor. And I went, I can't possibly use that. It's not a creative grid. Jane told me to get over myself, which is fair enough. But she didn't say it like that because she's too nice. But fundamentally it was like, get over yourself. There are other products that can be used. And I was like, oh. And I said, but we've got stripology rulers for that. And she said, I know you have. But here's the thing. What stripology rulers don't do, and it is true, this goes up to 23 inches. So when your fabric comes off the bolt, when we unravel it off the bolt, 'tis like that. So what this marvellous invention means is that we can very nattily now cut your 20 inches, and obviously we didn't use it with this one, straight off. It comes in 2.5 inch increments, but you can move it across. It's marked out for every 1/2 inch, so you can move it across to whatever you want it to be, up to 1/2 metre, which is 20 increments. Actually, 20 inches is slightly over 1/2 metre, and that's what we always cut to. So we always tell you it's 1/2 metre, but actually we've cut it to 20 inches. So it's every 2.5 inches up to there, and so you are getting full width of fabric, 2.5 inch strips, off the bolt. That is the big difference with this. So what it means is if you can create your own layer cakes, because you just cut at 10 and at 20, turn them around, cut at 10 and 20 again. Fabulous. That was how I got my quilt done, and all the cutting for my quilt done so quickly. And they are brand new in. Like I say, Gemma's just loading them now as we speak, because that for us is that's gonna change. It's going to change a lot. And Jane's like, no, really, I can chop very easily. I was like, oh, this is very good. I am always up for that. Right, as we were, peeps, right sides together. The beautiful thing, of course, about our planes, there is no right or wrong side that you can discernibly see. So quite sure how many discernibles and C's and all this sort of thing. You've got to do this with both. You're going to sew along that top line. Look at me now that I've... have my variegated thread in. I do love a variegated thread. Susie said to me this morning when she came in, ooh, you want to get a variegated thread to quilt that for Tim Holtz. It's like, you are so right. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so when you have done said cutting, you are then going to press. And we are going to press in such a way as this. So you want to press away like so. Oh, I've just had notification that our flatter delivery is on its way. Woohoo! It's taken us a few months to organise, but we're getting there. Getting there. Hurrah! So I'm so thrilled to be able to offer you some flatter stuff. And when you've got it, use it. So we looked at flatter because, now don't get me wrong, I love Best Press. I absolutely love it, and I love Starch Savvy. I use them all. But some people had said that Best Press made them cough. Rightly or wrongly, that was their finding. And when I was talking to Sasha at Hochanda, the craft store, it's years. It's been years for me of calling it Hochanda. You have to bear in mind that when I first started presenting, I went to Create and Craft, and I used to share a dressing room with Leonie because she was there. And then within a month of me being there, Leonie left. Because she was one of the founding presenters at Hochanda, and then various other people left, and all sorts of stuff happened. So it's always been Hochanda to me. So it was really weird when I started back there after sewing quarter closed, because it was like being around family, because I'd known them all for so long. You know, none of us, we all kept in touch with each other. Wherever we go. So yeah, it was really nice. Now that you've I don't know why I've just changed that camera angle so you can look at me. You don't need to look at me. Do you know what? If you've got a little bit over there, you can trim it. You can do whatever you want. If you want to trim it because it's going to annoy you, then do. But it really doesn't matter. It will annoy me. So I am just going to do that. Right, can I suggest forcibly that a Soline glue pen is a great thing here? You can use, when I very, very first started doing these, we used to baste these with, it was glue from Powertex, and it was great, but took forever to dry. Well, I say forever, that's a bit of an exaggeration. It took like 5 minutes to dry. Then I realised I don't have such things as 5 minutes. What is going on? So I then realised I'd missed a trick, of course. Your Soline glue pen is perfect for the job. One thing to watch so this is just basting it in place, right? Make sure that you keep like the runway of the zip clear. So just open and shut your zip. Just make sure that's going to be fine. Pop that back on there. Because the last thing you want is one of those sticky situations where you get, oh. Now, whilst that dries, and it's only going to take a moment, I'm going to change the foot. Turn off my machine and change my foot on my machine. Again, another of my lovely pencil cases. We are waiting for a restock of these beautiful velvet border fabrics from O'Deal. They were so popular. Shall I treat myself with a zip foot? Do you know what? I don't actually need to with these. Weirdly, I just need a normal foot. If I can actually find it. There it is. There it is. Let's pop that in, shall we? Oh yeah, so going back to the whole flatter thing. So Sasha says that she's asthmatic and she uses flatter and it doesn't make a cough. So I was like, right, I need to get you some of that stuff. It's not easy to get hold of in the UK, I have to tell you. But you know, I've managed for you guys, I've managed. So I'm going in with a normal foot and I'm gonna butt it, such as like a 1/4 of an inch foot. And that's what's going to go, helps if you can actually see, doesn't it? There we go. And so that is going to abut the zip. And that's going to hold that in place. If you want to, towards the end, move your zip out the way, otherwise don't bother. Oh, now you see, helpfully that's come through on the darker one. Yesterday it came through on the white and you couldn't actually see it at all, but it's just holding that then in place. You can have one that's going to disappear completely and that will also be fine. But, yeah, on the, here we go, I can show you. This one here that I made yesterday, you wouldn't see those stitches. It's only that on the variegated thread it's come through on the darker colour, but you wouldn't see it. So just do that. I'm going to stitch that, I'm going to base that in place and then stitch that down. Apart from the fact that I have just realised I did not charge my tablet overnight, and it's just gone,
You've only got 10% battery, you need to charge me immediately.
if not sooner. So I'll just sort that little issue out, shall I? That could be awkward, couldn't it, if we all disappear? There we go. Pop you there. Move the iron there. We're all good. We are all good. There we go. Right. So, as we jolly well were. Are we all good? Going to make some of these this afternoon. To get back to sewing, by the way, how many pairs of black leggings does one need? I don't know. You know, there are certain staples in a girl's wardrobe, aren't there? And leggings are one of them, I would suggest, from a comfort-based point of view. So again, when I'm popping this on, I will flip it over. Just make sure that you actually line up your fabrics equally and flip it over. Make sure that the zip runway, as I like to call it, is clear. All right, gives me a nice clear zip runway, and then again we're going to stitch down from the top all the way along. If you want to move your zip out the way to start off with, then do, doesn't matter. If you want to use a zipper foot and stitch slightly closer, do, but just do be cautious that you don't stitch too close. That would be my only thing. That's why I use my 1/4 of an inch foot, so I don't stitch too close and then not actually catch anything. There you go, you see, and now where it's gone lighter again, you don't even see it. It's only where the joy of the variegated thread. I'll say that I did that on purpose so that you could all see it, right? And then it is just like you would do any other pouch. Open halfway, right sides together. And just if you're folding the zip, fold it into the lining side. Can you see there? I'm going to fold it into the lining side. And now that I've found a massive bag of quilting clips, bonus, I'm going to have me a bit of those. Yeah. How many of you managed to get the little quilting clip pots? They're super cute. Super, super, super cute. Now, if you've gone for any of the patterns, because we've got patterns for this, for that, and also for the other lace pouch, they have all been demoed. They have all been demoed at some point on Natasha Makes. So just know that there are demos that you can find. It was last year. Now, what I'm not very good, because of course I don't go back and look at the shows for me, is how would we search? This is my question for SJ and Gemma. How would somebody search when it was and how to find that show? SJ and Gemma, is that something that you can answer? Stitch around, leave yourself a turning through gap somewhere, either on the side or along the base or whatever. That is what we are going to do. Hurrah! And do go steady over that zip. If you're worried that you might be close to the metal bit of the zip, then hand crank it over. I've done that when I'm just like, oh, did I leave enough? You should have, if you've done it to the measurements that I suggest, then you should have. Nearly there, peeps. I don't know, I was worrying about getting that corner exactly right when the very first thing we're going to do is, if you want to box the bottom, is to just, you know, cut that out. The other thing as well is, don't be afraid to sew your lining slightly smaller. That's the other thing. You know, just don't be afraid to do that, because then it's going to sit, and especially with your bags where there's a lot of lining. If you want to make it a ½ inch smaller, then do. Now, so we've sewn around, we've left ourselves a turning through gap. Let's now mark off with some form of marking based pen. And I'm taking this from the very corner, Mark yourself off an inch. Now, you can go around and mark off all of those if you wish, or you can do the cheat thing of, by the way, you can leave it there, turn it through, sew up your turning through gap, and you've got a pencil case, effectively. But if you want to have a bit of zhuzh, bit of space in there, you know, to fill, then do. And don't forget, guys, we have still got a few pairs of these left, so if you are popping them in your basket and spending over £100, then you will get those for free if you use the code on the website. It is until the stocks last at the moment. And also, guys, don't forget that and this includes the Liberty ½ meter heavens as well. If you are buying the Liberty ½ meter heavens, you are instantly going into our Liberty competition, our prize draw. So, you know. Right, so now that we've got it looking weird, we're going to pull the front and back pieces apart. I always try and show these in the instructions really, really clearly, because I remember Gemma, when she was first learning, our PT, when she was first learning to sew, making a door stopper, and they hadn't put photos on, and she's like, I don't understand what they mean. But you want to take it from square, pull the sides apart, to flat, and align your seams so that one goes one way, one goes the other, and they nest, so that it's perfectly straight and you've got a line that you can just sew across. And that is all you are going to do, okay, on all four sides. But it was only, she bought the pattern to me, and it was only because you know, I'd sewn for so long. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. What they mean is this. What they mean is this. So having just changed the set here, of course, we're going to have a whole new set, aren't we? In our new place. Oh, the excitement. I do hope it all works out and then we get it. You know, when everything just sort of, you go, this is everything that I want. And the first place that you speak to go, we have everything that you want. You go, well, this is rather fabulous. Thank you very much. And can my hounds sleep in the office? Yes, they can. Perfect. They won't go near the fabric, don't worry. But because I get there at silly o'clock in the morning, and even though there is like 24-hour security there, I want my security. I want my own personal security. Right, so we're looking like that. It's all looking good. And then, because we remember to leave our zip open, oh yes we did. Oh yes we did. It's not panto. It is not panto. No, no. Rummage, rummage, rummage. Through it goes. Getting there. I might have left quite a small turning through gap. It's okay, it's okay. You know when you've got little sayings that you say and you don't realise that you say them? It's only now that my 2-year-old starts saying, it's okay, mummy, it's okay. And I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yes, all of that. I got myself, where is it? Haha, there it is. A corner edger thingy. We've got these back in stock, by the way. We've got them in pink as well, which is rather fabulous. But it does just help poke out the corners. Of course, you would have enough to make this the purse, and also, what else could you do? What else could you do? What else could you? You could do yourself a nice little contrast base bag, all from your half meter heaven. You might need a little bit more lining fabric, but not much. I think it'd be super posh and match. I like that, and I love it when I see on Facebook like you've done matchy things. How good does that look? I mean, just beautiful. Look at that. Don't they look different as well? Like completely different. Give it a good press. Ovs. Give it a good press. Press, 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 press. And my new favourite thing to do is to add on a little handmade sticker. Not sticker. Little, I think they're faux leather. I want to say they're faux leather. Oh yeah, look at that. That is just so sweet. Well, I've got some somewhere. Some little extra ones. Here we go. I've got one with a little sewing machine on. That'll work, won't it? Have you seen these on the website? They're like 50p. They're pennies. They're absolutely pennies. Come on. But I just think, like, how nice does that look on there? It just gives it a little bit of, and especially because obviously you guys are also good at sewing, people won't know. People won't necessarily know that you have been fabulous and made it. They'll just think, oh, it's just shop bought. No, no, we are fabulous and have made it. I glue based. Not going to lie about that. And then I'll go in before I sew up my little lining. I will stitch through, just through that bit. But it just gives it, rather like that. Whee! There we go. How cute is that? Stitch that in. Lovely, 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 jubbly. Beautiful. There you go. All right, let's make a little coin purse then, shall we? Let's do it. So, oh, there you go. They are PU, so yeah, Jane can have them. Right, let's make one of these. So, if you wish to interface, then do. I don't know if I've got enough. Have I got enough to interface? Oh, almost. Yeah, that's, yeah. I could do that. I need to start, I am going to fussy cut a little bit here. Am I though? Am I? Yes, I am. Just take a moment, especially with like the Tilda fabrics. The Liberties are perfect for these because you don't really have to think so much because they're little ditzy prints, so they're really gorgeous. So it really doesn't matter. But I might want that somewhere rather fabulous. So I'll just pop that on there. That along like so, and then decide, yep, have that on there. And then all I'm going to do, because I'm a little bit of a cheat, is take that off, then pop those together there, then draw around my interfacing there, and we're all good. Hooray! Obviously, you know, you can actually use interfacing that you haven't scrimped on, and like I say, if you want a plush effect, then go with your H630. For some reason today I can't actually seem to trace a line. See, with your bent scissors, you can, in actual fact, cut through 4 layers and your interfacing in one go, and it doesn't blink. Which I always like, because it just makes a slightly neater project. And that will be in my seam allowance, so you won't even know. That's rather gorgeous, so that's a bit special. I've got my lining pieces. So I'm going to put my lining pieces right sides together, like so. And these right sides together, like so. And we're going to stitch from there all the way round on both of them. Let's do this. Yeah. And do you know what else I'm going to do? I am going to change. I love my guide foot. I really love my guide foot. It just, for me, it just gives me that little hand holding that sometimes I need, especially if I'm doing things on air that I want to actually look good. If I'm doing them in a little bit of a hurry, or I'm chatting, or I'm distracted, or any or all of the above are always a possibility. So for me, yeah, that is. Turn your machine back on. And then especially around these circles, they are not they're not tight curves, by the way, so you're going to be okay. But for me, it just means that I'm being consistent with my seam allowance all the way around. The seam allowance is built into the template that you get with your pattern. Ah, I've gone too far. No. You see, too busy chatting. Where's me unpicker? I was thinking I really should have marked where I need to stop. Oh, it's going so well. We got an hour and 7 minutes into the show before I needed to reach for my unpicker. That's all fine. Just got very excited. That's all. Yeah. Oh, talking of unpickers. Don't forget your unpickers, your Inspira unpickers, of course, also all on fabulous offers. Because, you know, now as we're moving, we don't want to be moving everything. No, we do not. Right, that's that one. Let's then go around these as well. If I sew it from that side, where I did actually mark it, then we're all good. It helps. So there's me. Make sure you take the markings off the pattern so that you know where to start and stop, and you do it the same both sides. Yeah, do that, right? Do that, because then you'll get it right. But isn't that just the case? You know, I take shortcuts and it goes wrong. If you want to cut into these, you can. Now, I didn't on my other one, but I didn't interface it. So let me just check. Now that for me is going to be smooth enough. Oh, it's going to look gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I'm going to turn this one inside out. So, well, no, the right way through, actually. And I was also meant to leave a turning through gap. Gosh, I really did get excited, didn't I, with the old sewing machine. Let's take myself a little turning through gap there. So, you know, just talk amongst yourselves. What was I saying about? Then, you see, when I get distracted, yeah, which is all the time, by the way. Come on, unpicker. Get in there. It says, no, you made your little stitches super, super small. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You are quite right. There we go. But at least I realise now, right? Lisa will be watching. Actually, no, Lisa might not be watching because this is her pattern. Because she is happily on her herself today. She's like, yeah, we're tag teaming this evening. I'm like, this evening? It's my morning. What you talking about? Oh, yeah, no, you're in Australia, aren't you? Right, pop your lining, now that it is the right way round, into your right sides together outer. And just know that you want to match up these seams down here. Matchiness down here. And we're going to stitch all the way around that hump, and then all the way around that hump. If you want to pin it, clip it, do it. Do it. Obviously, you know, given this morning, what could possibly go wrong, right? What could possibly go wrong? Right, let's go round. For the brave of you, you can go, I would pin it, yeah, so if you're going to pin anywhere, just pin at the seams, because that means that you're always coming back to the same point. And then if you do feel brave enough to then continue sewing around the other side, give that a go. Shall we? Shall we see? Don't know why my iron insists on beeping at me. Should really read the instructions. Save this new one from blowing up everywhere. I have a feeling what it's trying to tell me is that I haven't used it for a little while and it's shutting down. Shutting down. And that is also fine. Okay, so when we have done that, then, you know that turning through gap that I finally remembered that I would actually need? Turn everything through. Turn everything through. Give it a good press. Yes, 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 yes. Get your finger all around those seams. Press them open. These are so pretty. So then what you're going to have is, when you've pressed it, is this. Okay. Like so. And then you want to choose which colour you're going to go with. I might with this one. Where did I put them? Anyone? Anyone? Oh yes, light gold. That'll do it. And I know that looks really weird. It doesn't look like it's going to fit in. So you want to get your little trick of getting your, they're not safety pins, what are they? Drawing pins! That's the one. And if you've got a rubber as well, so much the better. Fold it in half, make a mark at your halfway point. Okay, and then your halfway point here is that little one there. So I would get ready there, just mark that, open it up. Okay, because once you've opened it, that halfway point doesn't look halfway anymore, it looks skew-iff because of that. But you see, when you close it, that is halfway. And then what I would suggest you do is stuff that up. Just take that out for a second so that you know which one it is. Just keep your eyeball on it. Stuff that up into there, and then pop your safety pin through. Get a bit of rubber, or if you're in America, eraser, and put it on the other side just to hold that in place. Obviously the kids have had all of mine. And then just work your way around, popping that up. Now I don't glue baste these because quite frankly I'm just too messy and I've ruined too many projects trying to glue baste. But what I do is make sure that that seam line there comes down to that hinge point there. Stuff everything in there. Get another of my zazzy drawing pins, let me say. And then I go on the outer one or the next one in. So then you know, I can, before I start to sew, I know that everything is centered, everything is where it needs to be. I'm happy with everything. It doesn't have to be right on the end, but it needs to be there or thereabouts. Let's go a couple up from there. And then you see when you close it, you can see how beautiful that's going to be. Now with this one, what I might not make the flowers, but what I might like to add on are some of the buttons, some of the tilde buttons. Now these are the chambray buttons and they are just beautiful. So I might put like 3 little buttons there or down there or something just as decoration. I'm not sure if you've seen these yet. But they are ever so pretty. And you've got different sizes in there as well, so you could do, you know, 3 different sizes. Well, 2 of the same, 1 different. It'd be absolutely beautiful. And you see then, that's what it's going to look like. How absolutely gorgeous is that? But if you do want, and then just hand stitch that in. If you do want to make the flowers, let me show you. You can either, if you got the, when we did the Baltimore, the Oriental Baltimore, I put together a selection of applique, nice to have but not essentials, and in there is your lightweight sandpaper. So if you want to use that for this, then do. If you've got freezer paper, double up your freezer paper, adhere it together, but make sure that you've got one side that is adhesive. Let's do it with this fabric over here. So if you have used your freezer paper, give it a quick press onto the fabric that you want to make your flower with, like so. And then you're going to cut yourself a generous 1/4 inch around there. I mean, like really generous. All right, we're going to do a little bit of hand stitching. Do you think for the life of me I can remember what I did with my needle and thread? Do you? No. Of course not, but no, that looks too big. Too big to, what did I do with it? I was literally stitching one on just before into it. I mean, I've only got a gazillion needles all over the place. What did I do with it? What have I done with it? What? Seriously, what have I done with it? What did I do? How many needles does one girl need? Bear with me, caller, while I just have a little looky around. Jem, could you grab me a needle off the windowsill, please? The one that's on the windowsill that we've been putting into the subscriptions. That would be fabulous, thank you. No idea what I've done with it. Oh, I hate that. I always like to know what I've done with needles. Oh no! Maybe if I have another quick tidy. You know, the pot that's got like 1,000 needles in because I bought them in bulk for the subscription. Yeah, that one. That one, that'll do. Thank you. That'll do, Gromit. That'll do. Yeah, you see, I've been watching, like I say, Chicken Run this morning. Right, so get yourself a length of thread and obviously thread your needle. You see, again, I've been stitching on the right. I have about 4 or 5 of the automatic needle threaders and they're fabulous. Do I have one anywhere near me right now? No. One day I will just be based in one place and have all that I need just in one place. But until then, onwards and upwards, I say. Okie dokie. So it is, you are going to baste, pop a a, whatchamacallit, knot, that's the word, in the end, and baste around about 1/8 of an inch. Around. You don't have to have put your base in. I don't know why I like to at this point. You don't have to. And if you've got the sandpaper, you might not want to yet. But basting around we go. Are we all ready for next week with the second of the Baltimore panels? Are we? I am very excited for it, I have to tell you. Right, when you've done that, pull it up and press. Press, 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 press into position. You can draw them up as you go, but do just press, really press. Press with steam if you need to. Whee, whee, whee. Gosh, that's got a bit of gunk in there, isn't it? Good job it's on the back. Okay, just tie off that needle when you've pressed everything and you're happy. Now, what even gets in there? I don't know. It was only used yesterday. So just, yeah, tie that off, snip. If you want to take that out now, you can. If not, leave it in. I always double my thread because at this point I'm not using a polyester thread, which I probably should because it's stronger. I've just got a cotton one to hand, so I'm using that. So I definitely want to double up because I'm going to be putting it through some force. Let me tell you, some force. And again, I'm just going to knot my end. I really want to be one of those people that can just roll the thread down their fingers and get it to knot. You know, Jennifer Taylor does it. And I'm just like, how do you do that? It's magic. I think Jane can do it as well. Of course she can. She's our stitchy witch. Right. Up through there and along that crease, you want to get stitching through there, round that edge. Now, do you remember last time I did this? I just thought that I could magic it through the rest of it. No. We all learnt our lesson there, didn't we? And discovered, I did get there eventually. It just took a bit more twiddling after we came off air. I was like, oh, I need to make, because we're basically making a Suffolk puff. All right. So around we come. Dee, 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 dee. And we'll get round to that point very soon, and then we'll take, you see, I leave the template in because I feel it's easier. Some of you might want to gather as you go, and I think the instructions say to gather as you go, but just like take your template out, use it again, and then you're going to pull everything in. So that is going to give you, now if you want to, you can, and this is sometimes what I do, is as I'm pulling up, I put right in the middle a pen or something like that. So I've got that center point to sort of draw everything up to. And that sometimes, so you've got that right in the middle point there. And that works, that can work, an absolute treat. And then it comes up really nicely. So there is your basic Suffolk puff. And if you want to just do a couple of stitches there, just to make sure that you've got that held in place, then do. Again, use a matching thread. I'm doing this for demonstration purposes only. So there is your Suffolk puff. Again, it looks great. You can just use that on there should you wish. No problem at all. But otherwise, go through that center point, round the outside and back through that center point and pull tight. Again, if you're going double thread, just make sure that they align and pull that down. And you might want to go over that twice into that center point there. And this is now how we're going to start making our petals. And you want to divvy it up into something that's odd, like your like a 5 works really well. Okay. And again, through that same center point. I go twice round just because I'm paranoid because I'm using cotton. And you can, like if you haven't done it, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and if I come round 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, so I want to just bring that down there and through that center point. And then my last one, split that down the middle there. In it goes. And you can zhuzh these around a little bit if you've got one that you feel is slightly bigger than the other and it's bugging you or whatever. But you see with this one, I might just move that one a little bit across. And you can, you know, just pull that through there again. And don't be afraid to manipulate this. You know, they are, it's just cotton at the end of the day. So just manipulate those petals to how you want them to be. And what you will have at the end of it and again, zhuzh your petals. You can really play with them and make them into the shapes that you want. But fundamentally, you've got your little flower. Pop a little bead or a button or something if you want. But you've got that to then add onto there. And you might want to make another one to make, because threes are the thing, aren't they? So there you go. Practice a few of them, have a go, and then just stitch them on. But again, I would say go with a colour thread. I'm only doing that so you can see it, but go with a colour thread that blends in. And that's that. Or use buttons, do whatever you like. Or maybe you just want to put on a little handmade thing across the base. It's entirely up to you. So yeah, that's everything. Enjoy the half meter heavens because it's just, whenever I do anything with a lining, I want you to have the plain that goes with it perfectly. So that's why we've done them for you today. So, you know, your luck's in today. And I just think it works really well, because especially as you haven't seen some of those new plain colours, then like the salmon, you wouldn't necessarily know it's the perfect mix with the Tilda Garden Life. So yeah. Mix it, enjoy it, have fun with it. We are back tomorrow with Jane, who is making a beautiful, beautiful quilt with some gorgeous Lewis and Irene. I hope that you have a fabulous rest of the day. I can see that there is, what would you like from our Natasha Makes Advent Treat? Oh, there we go. There's a little survey for you. So now we know. Now we know. But as ever, thank you ever so much for watching, for supporting, for sharing our shows, for buying from us. All the ways that you support us are just fabulous. So thank you so very much. And I'll see you with Jane tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.